Good day. Thank you for joining me as we look into 2 Corinthians 5:17 today. And let's read the verse together. It's, "Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. Old things have passed away. Behold, all things have become new." The verse starts out with the word therefore. So I always think to myself, I need to go back and find out what it's there for. So we're not going to do it today, but if you have time, go back to verse 14 and read through to verse 17 to see what they're talking about. It says, if anyone is in Christ, a better way of saying that sometimes is, if anyone is into Christ, he is a new creation. God's grace and mercy are wide enough to encompass anyone, even the worst, most vile and wicked sinner. But God, according to Romans 3:26, is the justifier of the one who has faith in Jesus. His substitutionary death becomes their death, or our death, and his resurrection is our life. The old things that have passed away are old values, old ideas, old plans, old desires, and old beliefs. They all vanish, and they're replaced by the new things that accompany salvation. Have become indicates that it's a past act, it's something that has taken place in the past, but it has continuing results into the present time. This should help us as we seek to gain victory over sin, and it helps conform us to the image of Christ. Once we are in Christ, all of God's blessings and promises of the gospel are already ours. It's something that we don't have to work towards, but immediately they're ours. Even glorification, according to 2 Corinthians 3, we do not need to look outside of Christ for God's blessings. Although in today's world we're also often offered all sorts of blessings, but not Christ himself. So as we finish up today, I want to leave you with 5 thoughts that I hope you will ponder in the rest of the week. In Christ means always united with Christ in all circumstances. In Christ equals new creation. You are not to become a new creation, but you're immediately a new creation. In Christ is into union and communion with Christ. In Christ is rooted in God's eternal purposes. And in Christ means that before we can be raised with Christ, we must also be crucified with Christ. Thank you for being with me today, and I pray that God's blessing will be upon you as you seek to memorize this verse throughout the week.